أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well and everyone can hear me loud and clearly.
Wa alaikum assalam, Maulana, yes.
Right. Inshallah, hope now what I would like to suggest before we start the class, if you would like me to, as we are in the sacred months of Rajab and Sha'ban and Mahi Ramadan, for yourselves, we can, if you agree upon it, if you like to do it, on Wednesdays, we can start a hadith which are related to Rajab. I'll check the other ahadith which are amazing or startling or mesmerizing in regards to Rajab. We can discuss that tomorrow. I'll see what ahadith I can come across and see which are beneficial for yourselves, and we could start practicing reading those ahadith so that it's something contemporary and relevant to us. Because last session which we had on Wednesday, it was not intended to be a whole session itself. I was intended to do it for about 15-20 minutes, but it turned out to be the whole lesson. So I don't want to disturb your classes as such. So the only way forward can be is that Wednesday session I can do on ethical topics related to Rajab or Sha'ban or current munasabah occasions. So maybe tomorrow I was thinking keeping some narrations in regards to Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, the Fadail Imam Ali alayhi salam, as his wilada will be on the weekend. So that was something which I was thinking, so that you cling and have more attachment to the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam and the Quran. So I was thinking of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam as his wilada is going to be on the weekend of 30th of Rajab itself. If everyone's up for it, I will be more than happy to facilitate that for tomorrow. And today, I will finish off the week verbs which we started a week ago as well. What is the decision of the class?
Fine, but Maulana, tomorrow is Kushali as well.
Yes, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's more difficult tomorrow. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's thank you for reminding. Yeah, you're right. Okay, tomorrow's gonna be difficult. Yes, inshallah. So what we'll do, I'll arrange it in a different timing so that I'll try to facilitate. Inshallah. Thank you.
Maybe Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday is difficult. Thursday is because of programs like my programs, so that's impossible. Okay, let me see. Maybe I'll try to see if I could do Fridays a bit later, and to facilitate everyone. Inshallah, maybe Friday evenings. Inshallah, what I can do. But coming back to the text which we was focusing last week, so we practiced on the wajada, wada'a, ala, and nama. And now what I need to focus on now is that now in this one here, in this verb, there is a weak letter in the third radical. So as we know that in the Arabic language, minimum letters for a three-letter verb is 3. So the dal, ayn, and the alif originally was a waw. So if you look on the top of the page, it says root letters of the verb al-huruf al-asaliyatu dal, ayn, waw. So originally it was da'awa, but da'awa was difficult for the Arabs. They changed the waw into an alif because the previous letter on the ayn has a fatha. The suitable harakat for ayn is an alif, and the suitable harakat for a waw, it's a dhamma before it. So this is a ruling. If it's a kasra before it, the weak letter, if it was an alif or a waw, it will change to a ya. So this is a generic ruling. So if whenever there's alif, waw, and ya, and the previous letter is a fatha, for example, and it was a waw, the waw will change into an alif. If the previous letter is a kasra, and the letter after the kasra was a waw, the waw will change to a ya. The waw will change to a ya. So over here now, dal, ayn, waw, because the ayn has a fatha, the waw is changed into an alif and it becomes da'a. And the past tense is da'a and the present tense is yad'u. Now, can you see here now? Because the present tense, the ayn has a dhamma, what's happened to the alif in the past tense? It changes into,
Oh, wow.
exactly, it changes back into a waw again. Now, remember this point. This is called the verb which has a weak letter in the last radical, because the first and second and third in English, those who teach in English colleges or universities, the term which they use, they will say that in Arabic language of three letters, dal is termed as the first radical, ayn is the second radical, and alif is the third radical. That is the Western way of teaching. But in the Eastern way of the hawzas and the madrasas, they will call it everything measured on the pattern of fa'ala, fa'ala. So the dal is in the place of the fa, ayn is in the place of the ayn, alif is in the place of the lam. So that is the way they measure in the hawza or the madrasa itself. And we call it, because it's a verb, we will call the dal is in the fa'ul fi'l, ayn is the aynul fi'l, fi'l means verb, and alif is in the lamul fi'l, as everything is used on the pattern of fa'ala. Now, the other point, alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah, doctor. Question?
Yeah, I had the question in that thing, Babel, File, Motala, the group A to use Babel Nasara. How does that fit in with the rest of the column? And how does Babel Saraba fit with the rest of the column? How does Babel fit with it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, so what this means, doctor, that's a good question. And I tried to mention this last week to yourselves. Now, give me 2 seconds. Let me share something in the group. Thank you for asking such a good question, because this is thing which is crucial and important. Now, when it says al-bab, nasara, it means, as I said, as we did the 6 patterns before. Does anyone remember the 6 patterns? I'm going to ask. Who am I going to ask? Sister, it's good to see you in class. It's okay now. How are you? Come on the mic, please. Bismillah.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Now, Sister Skrena, do you remember the patterns, the 6 patterns which we did? Like we did the pattern of Daraba, Yadribu, Nasara, Yansuru, and Kataba, Yaktubu.
I think you have the 6 over here, right? In the Mahdi forms. Da'a, da'a, da'awa.
No, I don't. These are the actual past tense verbs, the patterns itself.
Can I tell Molana?
Who's this?
Parveen Islam.
Who's this?
This is Parveen Naqvi. Can I tell
Give me 2 seconds. Let me get someone else on the mic first. Let me get someone else. Who's going to help her? Okay. Sister, okay, let me get it onto the screen.
Is it this Kataba, Zaraba?
Correct.
Fataha?
Yep. Correct.
Hasiba, Alima, Karuma?
Correct. So say them in the
mortal words. None of them are mortal. There's no weak letter at all with them.
Okay, give me 2 seconds, doctor. Let me explain your question. Give me 1 second. Let me just get onto the screen for you. This is so crucial. That's the reason why I have to go back again and again to this, because if you don't memorize this, it will just help. It will just cause some difficulty for us to use a dictionary. I'm going to show something in the group in a few minutes. Can you see this, everyone? Now,
Can you get bigger, please?
bigger. Okay, let me make it bigger.
Please, thank you.
Can you see this now, doctor? Is it clear?
Hassan should be fine. It's Hassan.
So remember this point. In Arabic language, any verb which has 3 letters, they have 6 patterns in total, or 6
Yes.
different conjugations available.
Yes.
So the first template, you can have a verb which can be conjugated, that the past tense, kataba, and the present tense comes with a dhamma. Kataba yaktubu. The present tense is coming with a dhamma.
Yes.
That's pattern number 1. Pattern number 2 is this one here. Dharaba yadribu. Fa'ala yaf'ilu. Dharaba yadribu. The past tense, all 3 letters with a fatha, but the present tense is coming with a kasra. That's pattern number 2. Pattern number 3, fataha yaftahu. So we can see there is 3 options available for any verb whose past tense has fataha. So dharaba, so kataba yaktubu, dharaba yadribu, fataha yaftahu. Is this clear, Sister Sukaina?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then these are 3. And the next 2, now all of the dictionaries, all of the Arabic to English dictionaries will mention these forms in a method itself. I'll tell the structure. I'll tell you today. Now, then we have a verb, next 2 forms or patterns, form number 4 and 5, is now the middle letter has a kasra in the 3-letter verb. Any verb whose middle letter has a kasra, its present tense has 2 patterns available. Either it can be on the pattern of fa'ila yaf'alu, alima ya'lamu, pattern number 4. Pattern number 5, fa'ila yaf'ilu, hasiba yahsibu. That's 5 patterns. Pattern number 6 is now the middle letter of the past tense is coming with a dhamma. Kabura yakburu. So these are the 6 patterns for all of the verbs in the Arabic language which has 3 letters. There are no more than these 6 patterns. Is this clear for everyone now? Yes?
Yes.
And the other point to remember is that these 6 patterns only come for the ones which are safe from the weak letters, and it does not have a shadda. So only this one here, kabura, when all of the 3 letters are non-vowels, there's no shadda in it, and there's no weak letters, will have 6 patterns. But apart from that, all of the other verbs, when there's a shadda, or when there's a hamza, or when there's a weak letter, they are limited to their patterns itself. They don't have 6 as an option. They have sometimes 3 options. They have 2 options itself. Does that make sense, Dr. Rahim?
Yes, but I think there's no weak letter in those zaraba or.
Yes,
or,
exactly.
But,
exactly. That's right. So these are the original verbs itself. Now, when we go onto the weak verbs, we will go, first of all, let me go to the weak verb now, which we are doing now, and I'll explain something which you've asked now. Where's it gone? Now, this one here, it says on the bab of Nasara. Can you see this? Nasara on the left-hand side.
yes.
Yes, as you have noticed. Now, look in your Okay, let me put it onto the screen. Give me 1 second and I'll get it onto the screen as well. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see a screen. Thank you.
No, with the dictionary. I don't think you could see it yet. No?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me just give me 1 second. Let me get onto the screen. Right. Sorry. Where is it? Sorry, just let me get it back on there. Is that visible to everyone now?
Now the dictionary is visible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay.
Make
Now-
it bigger. Good.
Yeah, I
Can you
will
make
make
it
that bigger. Yeah, I'm just making it bigger. I've actually just taken a screenshot now. So let me make it bigger.
All right, thank you.
Now see this. I'll remind you how to use dictionary. Now see here the dictionary. I went to the chapter of Dal. I went to the chapter of Da'awa.
Oh, yes.
So I went there. So if you look over here, I went to Da'awa. So Da'awa. Now the dictionary will tell you and assist you and tell you what will be the past tense, sorry, the present tense. So they have da'a, da'a. It tells you the past tense, da'a, on the pattern of fa'ala. Now, can you see this dhamma here? U.
Yeah.
So whenever you have a letter E, U, or A, it tells you the harakat of the present tense.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yes, I see.
So-
Yes.
So the dictionary is so essential, the Arabic dictionaries. Without the Arabic dictionary, you can't learn Arabic. It's so important. So when you have the verb, it will mention u, a, e, the present tense, whether it comes with a fatha, dhamma, or kasra.
I see.
Is that clear now, doctor?
Yes, I think that's very good. Thank you.
So this now this is telling me it telling me it's on the pattern of nasara yansuru. This is what it means when it has bab nasara yansuru, meaning that it's following that system, that method, that pattern, conjugation or sequence of pattern of conjugating itself. Is that clear now?
Yes, thank you.
Sister Sukaina, is that clear for you as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions?
It's going to be Nasara Yansuru, right?
Exactly. On the pattern of the ayadu is on the pattern of nasara yansuru, correct? And this is the one of the most difficult verbs which we are going to do. And the other point I would like to make as well is that
Sheikh, before you continue, I have a slight question.
what's that?
So here, the dal has a sukoon, so in present tense it becomes yada'u, right?
So what has a sukoon?
The dal, the fa kalima.
Yes, yep.
So it is so similar to the word for hand.
No, that's
No?
yadun. That is yadun.
Yadun. So that one has a actual vowel sign on the dal. Here,
Correct.
okay,
And-
and here it is just the ah. Okay.
Exactly. And the other thing is that after the dal, there's still ayn and ba. So it kind of be confused with the word yadun itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So
can I
the
ask you something?
yes, go, sister. I think it was Sadiqa.
Yeah.
Go
Molana,
ahead.
you it is on the pattern of Nasara Yansuru.
Correct.
How would I can't see how I can
I will
make
do that. I will do that. I will explain that. I will explain that. Who and was it Sister Sharabano, the other person who's
No, it was Zora. Reggie.
go ahead, Zora.
You know, you had given us a paper, and I'm just looking at it. It says verbs and the af'al. So there is this pattern, 6 of them. Is this what we are talking about? Fa'ala yaf'alu,
Yes,
fa'ula yaf'ilu, and fa'ila yaf'ulu.
Correct. Correct.
That is the
It's
sixth pattern you're talking about?
correct.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I'll show you again on the screen. I think I've got it over here. This-
Can I quickly
Yeah,
ask
that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
paper.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not that clear. The other one which I have, I'll send that again in the group. That's a bit more clear, makes it much more easier. This is not that clear.
Okay.
It's clear. It's clear for me, but for yourselves, it may not be that clear. That's the reason why I refer back to the original 6-pattern one. I will send that again in the group so that it's much more clearer way of dividing the actual verb conjugation itself, the patterns itself.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, sister. Who's the next person?
letter is
Yeah, I
added in
wanted-
the Muzari.
Sorry.
A mortal letter is added in Muzari alphabet. Mortal. Yeah,
Mortal. Yeah, mu'tal here is the word al-mu'tal, and
Uh.
the weak letters can be either in the first radical, first letter,
Yes.
second letter, or the third letter.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
And the other point is that this one here, which we're going to do now today, it's called, there are names given to these verbs when the weak letter is in the beginning, middle, or last. Mithal is the name given when the weak letter is in the beginning. Ajwaf is the name given when the weak letter is in the middle. And Naqis is when the weak letter is at the end. And the most difficult ones are the ones at the bottom, when there's two weak letters together. Waka, yaqi. Waka, yaqi. And in lesson number, I think it was lesson number 7 or 8 of book 3, we did the word kawa yakwi, kawaito, where I ironed.
Ironing.
Yeah, kawa yakwi. Now, let me explain something, and I'll start the lesson, and then I'll continue with the revision and the verb conjugation. The rulings of these here, when there are two weak letters, what happens? The rulings of mithal, when the weak letter is in the beginning, and the weak letter at the end, both rulings will apply to this verb here. You understand? The rulings of a weak letter in the beginning and the weak letter at the end, both of the rulings will apply to a verb when it has two weak letters together. Waqa, yaqi, and kawa, yakwi. So kawa, yakwi, because it's in the middle and the last letter, so the ruling of qala yaqulu and plus masha yamshi will apply upon it. I cannot teach you these until I do not complete these ones over here first. So lafif of mafruq, if the first and the third radicals are both weak, is called this. Kawa yakwi, if the second and third radicals are both weak, it is called al-lafif al-mafruq. Sorry, makrun. Makrun means connected. Al-lafif means wrapped. And mafruq means separated. That is separated from each other. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, over here now, let me do the past tense. Sister Sukaina, can you kindly please come on the mic, please? Yeah, now, Sister Sukaina, now you will see that the alif itself at the end, it goes all the way to the fifth form. They both female, the ata, and then from onwards, from the 6 onwards, the alif changes back to a waw, goes back to the original. And then from the 6th verb onwards, all the way to the last one, it remains da'aw, da'awta, da'awtuma, da'awtum. This is a ruling with regards to the weak letter in the last radical. It's the third position of the 3-letter verb. Can you now conjugate for me the past tense, please, sister? Da'a.
Okay. Da'a, da'awa, da'aw, da'at, da'ata, da'awni,
Da'awna. Da'awna.
da'awna, da'awta, da'awtuma, da'awtum, da'awti, da'awtuma, da'awtunna.
Excellent. Then I and we.
Then it's hold on. The autu, sorry. Forgot.
And then we.
Da'awna.
Excellent. Who do you want to appoint next? Because I'm going to give them another verb on the same pattern from, I'm going to give it from Dua Kumel. There we say, I complain about my state and affairs. In Dua Kumel, there's a word in that set in Dua Kumel, and I'm going to do that verb to the next person who you appoint. Who would you like to appoint next to come on the mic?
Dr. Mustafa Rahim.
Okay. Okay, doctor.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, the verb I'm going to give you is shaka.
Shaka.
Shaka. Sorry, sheen,
Shaku.
ka, alif, shaka.
Shaka.
Yep.
Yeah. Shaka. Shaka. Shaku.
No, shaka, shaka.
Shaka. Shaka. Shaku. Shaka. Shakat. Shakat. Shakata. Shakauna.
Ahsantum. So we say in Dua Kumel, shakawtu ahwali. We say, you remember this, everyone? Shakawtu ahwali. I am complaining about my state.
Yes. Yes.
So shaka, shakawa, shakaw, shakat, shakata, shakawna. Then shakaw.
Shakota.
Yep.
Shakautumam. Shakautu. Shakautuna. Shakautina. Shakautu.
Sorry, shakauta, shakautuma, shakautum.
Shakautun. Shakautun. Shakautuna.
No.
No, shakauta, shakautuma, shakautum. Shakauti, shakautuma, shakautunna. I'm just going to write this in the group. Go ahead, doctor, finish it off.
Madi,
Shakauta.
correct, not mudariya.
Doctor, go ahead. Shakauta,
Shakauta. Shakautuma.
shakautum.
Shakautum.
Shakauti,
Shakauti. Shakautuma.
tuma,
Shakautuna.
shakautunna.
Shakautuna.
Shakautu.
Ashku.
No.
Nashku.
Ashku, nashku is present tense.
Ah.
Shakautu, shakautu, doctor, shakautu.
Shakautu, yes.
I complain.
Nashku.
Nashku is present tense as well.
Nashku is present. Ashku.
No, shakautu, shakauna.
Shakauna.
So shaka, yashku. Shaka, shakauna, and yashku. I wrote the sixth form as well, so it's easier for you. Right. Thank you. Next person I will ask, it's going to be Sister Najma. Sister Najma, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
So Najma, now over here now in present tense, this is on the pattern of nasara yansuru. Now, what has happened here is that in nasara yansuru, the ra had a dhamma. In this one here, the last letter doesn't have a dhamma but has a sukoon. So originally it was yad'uwu. That was slightly difficult for the Arabs. So instead of having a dhamma on the last letter, they gave it a sukoon.
Yeah.
So in the Quran, Yawma yad'u kulla unasin bi imamim, Surah Bani Israel. So yad'u. So here you will see the middle letter coming with a dhamma as like nasara yansuru. Now conjugate please the present tense. Read through the present tense. Najma, go ahead. Yad'u. Najma, I can't hear you.
Yeah, you see, I think I'm having some problem with my internet. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so which word am I doing? Am I
Present
doing
tense.
nasara
Yad'u.
or yan?
Yad'u. Yad'u means he is inviting or he is calling.
Okay, يدعو يدعواني
Yep.
يدعونا تدعو تدعواني
يدعون
تدعواني يدعونا تدعو تدعواني تدعونا تدعينا تدعواني تدعونا أدعو ندعو.
أدعو.
Can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Because my internet was not working, so I couldn't
Yep.
hear you much. Did you say that if the second
Letter.
harf,
Yep.
letter is fatha, then you have wow at the end.
No, if the
Alif
second
becomes wow.
no, alif. If the second letter is alif, and the previous after the alif is a wow, that wow will change into an alif. It's a ruling of the normal rulings of tajweed as well, that if the letter before it is a alif, the wow will change into an alif. If the letter before a weak letter is a kasra, the wow
Yeah.
will change into an alif. Like
Yeah.
like muslimuna to muslimina.
Okay, yeah, okay. I got it.
Yeah.
it.
So that's what happens itself. Like, you know, like the word qila dkhul al jannah.
Yeah.
Yeah, originally it was quwila. Originally it was quwila. So quwila became qila. The wow changed into a ya and become qilad. Okay. Now I'm going to ask sister who has Sister Sadiqa Asaria, can you come on the mic? Alaikum salam. Now, Sister Sadiqa, I want you to practice on the same pattern as yad'u, yashku.
Okay.
All right. I'll send you in the chat boxes on the WhatsApp group the present tense spelling. Ya, sheen, kaf, waw. Yashku.
Yashku, Yashwani,
Yashkuwan.
Yashkawuna,
Yashkuna, correct?
Tashku, Tashwani, Tashkuna.
Yashkuna. Yeah, remember
Yashkuna.
yeah, Yashkuna.
Yeah. Tashku, Tashkwani, Tashkuna.
Yashkuna, correct?
Tashkina.
Yep.
Tashwani.
Correct.
Tashkuna. Ashku, Nashku.
Ashku, nashku. Ahsanti. How are you finding it now? Is it getting there?
Yeah, that one was a bit hard because I didn't know the
Harakat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that we have to give you a little push as well to go into areas which we haven't stepped on. So it's fine. So alhamdulillah, you've done well. Can I request Sister Sadiqa Asaria?
Well, that was me.
Okay, sorry, Sister Sadiqa Jafar, sorry. Apologies, Sister Sadiqa Jafar. Alaikum salam. Now, Sister Sadiqa Jafar. Now, the plural and the amr of Nasara Yansuru was unsur, correct? Nasara Yansuru, unsur. Unsur, unsura, unsuru. Unsuri, unsura, unsurna. Now, over here now, would you be able to explain? Now, the amr is ud'u. So here, all of the tas from the beginning, like in Nasara Yansur, are removed. And when we did Nasara Yansur, let me show you on the screen as well. So it makes everyone clear. No one complains. So over here, So tansuru, we drop the ta's in the beginning, and the middle last letter of the singular verb had a sukoon, correct? And the noon with a kasra, noon with a fatha, noon with a fatha, noon with a kasra, all were removed. And it became unsur, unsura, unsuru, unsuri, unsura, unsurna. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, over here, in this one, what happens, because this is the ruling now, again, another ruling which you will need to learn, is that when we make the imperative command,
Mhm.
in the singular verb, we will omit. So normally we change the dhamma to a sukoon in nasara yansuru. But when there's a weak letter at the end, removing the weak letter is the sign of majzoom, of sukoon. Remember, unsur, the last ra had a sukoon. So when you have a weak letter at the end, removing it would be the sign of majzoom. As you know, that fi'l mudari, amr hadir, is in the state of majzoom, meaning it will get a sukoon. And the sukoon in the weak letters is shown by removing the last letter, which is the waw. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So it becomes ud'u. Bismillah, conjugate this now, please. Ud'u,
Ud'u, ud'ua, ud'u,
ud'u.
ud'u, ud'i, ud'ua, ud'una.
Excellent. Ud'u, ud'uwa. Correct. I'm going to ask, is that clear, sister?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sister Zamina, is she here today? Sister Zamina? Sister Sakina, is Zamina here today?
She's not here today.
Okay, come on the mic with yourself then, Sister Sakina.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to give you the verb shaka yashku. What will be the command? Shaka yashku. Anta tashku. You are complaining.
Ushku,
Correct. Conjugate, please.
ushku, ushkua, ushku, ushki, ushkua, ushkuna.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Ahsanti. Choose who you want to choose, because they're going to get a bit of challenge now. So they will be getting challenged. I will ask them to all of the 14 forms for the verb, which we recite every day, inshallah, by the fazl of Ahlul Bayt and the blessing of the Ahlul Bayt. That is in everyone, and everyone knows this dua. Ya man arjuhu likulli khair. Ya man arjuhu. Arjuhu means, what does that mean?
Hope. Hope.
Exactly. Oh, ya man arjuhu. Oh, whom I have hope in. Ya man arjuhu. Likulli khair, for all of the goodness. So whoever Sister Sakina chooses will have to conjugate the past tense of yarju. I'll tell you the past tense, and I'll tell you. Sister Sakina, who are you going to choose? Choose someone who hasn't come on the mic yet. Choose someone who hasn't come on the mic.
Mukarrama Waji.
Sister Mukarrama Walji. Sister Mukarrama. Please, Sister Mukarrama, can you see me or hear me? Sister Mukarrama. Okay, Sister Sakina, choose someone else, please.
Sister Zinat Jan Muhammad.
Sister Zeenat Jan Muhammad. Bismillah, Sister Zeenat.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Sister Zeenat, I'm going to make life easier because I don't want to make students' life difficult. So I've put it on the screen for you. I've typed this up earlier, and I've got all of the past tense of Raja. So Raja wa was original, and it became Raja. Can you see on the screen?
Yes.
I'll make it bigger for you if I can. So this is the past tense. Can you go through it, please?
Okay. Raja, Rajawa, Raja, Rajo,
Correct?
Raja, Rajo, then Rajat,
correct?
No.
Rajata,
Rajata and Rajatna.
Rajona,
Rajona.
correct?
Rajota.
Rajota,
Okay. Rajota. Rajotuma. Rajotum. Rajoti. Rajotuma. Rajotuna.
correct?
Rajotuna. And then it can be
Rajoto,
Rajotu and Rajona.
excellent.
Okay. Shall I do the present also?
Yes, you will need to do the present tense as well. So we say Yaman arjuhu, arjuhu, Yaman arjuhu. So yarjuhu is he is wishing or requesting. Yarju, yarjuwani. Bismillah.
Yarjuana, yeah. Yarju, Yarjuani, Yarjuna, Tarju, Tarjuani, Yarjuna, Tarju, Tarjuani, Tarjuna, Tarjina, Tarjuani, Tarjuna,
Arju,
Arju, and Narju.
excellent. Arju, narju. And the Amar will be what?
Amar will be Urju, no.
Correct? Yes, urju.
Yeah, Urju, Urjua, Urju, Urji, Urjua, Urjuna.
Excellent. MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah.
Sheikh, I have a question here.
Yes, sister.
So if you go back to second person, you know, when it becomes yarju.
Present tense? Is it present tense you're after?
Yeah, okay. I got confused about why you had to bring the alif, but now I understand because the ra has a sukun. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So so next one I'm going to choose. Okay. Is this clear so far for everyone? I know it's a bit challenging. That's the reason why I'm doing it over 2 sessions itself. But don't worry about it. I will give you, when we start the Quran reading and text reading of the Quran, I'll give you more practice from it itself. But I need you to understand what's happening and get understanding, and inshallah, I'll give you much more practice, because practice makes perfect with this itself. Is that okay with everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Sister Zohra, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes, sir.
Now, Sister Zohra, now this one here now, next one I'm moving on to now. Again, the weak letter is situated in the third radical or in the third letter, but now the past tense is now coming with a kasra in the middle. So it says in the left-hand corner on top, sami'a. So the sami'a yasma'u. Sami'a, so this is nasiya, yansa.
Yansa.
Nasiya, yeah, nasiya means he forgot. Yansa, he is forgetting.
Okay.
Okay, so now in this one here, now remember this, you need to write on a piece of paper. This is the best way of memorizing it. Whenever the present tense, if the present tense comes with a dhamma, when the weak letter is in the third radical, the third form of the past tense has a fatha. Da'a, da'awa, da'aw. Here it comes with a fatha. So when you print them out, just highlight this. So da'a, yad'u, the third person masculine plural, it comes with a fatha. Da'a, da'awa, da'aw. When it's present tense with a dhamma. Over here now, sister, in nasiya, the present tense plural comes with a dhamma here. Of course, there's an explanation why it comes with a dhamma. I'm not going to teach you the explanation because it would just create more grammar points to remember. Just remember, whenever the middle letter is with a kasra and the last letter is with a fatha, the third form of the past tense comes with a dhamma. So it becomes nasiya, nasiya, nasu,
Nasu.
nasiyat, nasiyata, nasina. هل نسيتي اليوم الدرس؟ هل نسيتي اليوم الدرس؟ What does that mean?
Do you forget?
Did you
today's
forget?
lesson? Yes.
Did you forget today was ad-dars, the lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, bismillah. Let's do the past tense of nasiya.
Nasiya,
Nasiya.
nasiya, nasiya, nasu, nasiyat, nasiyata, nasina, nasita,
Correct?
nasituma,
Correct?
nasitum,
Nasiti.
nasiti, nasituma, nasitunna,
Nasito.
nasitu, nasina.
Jazakallah. Jazakallah. I want you to do the present tense as well, and then I'll bring another student to conjugate another verb on the same pattern. So the present tense, it's now in that. Remember in the ayatu, best way of teaching, you compare them with each other, makes it easier. Now in the plurals here, it was yadu, yaduwani, yaduna. The last letter or the middle letter had a dhamma. Yad'una, yad'una. And also remember in this one here, the masculine and the feminine plurals, they ended in the same. Yad'una, yad'una. Normally they're not the same, but here, when in the weak letters they become the same. Tad'una and tad'una.
Oh, okay, okay.
Normally it was yadribuna, yadribna, tadribuna, tadribna. In this one here, no, they become the same.
Oh, okay, okay.
And yad'una. But when we do nasiya yansa, the plurals are slightly different. Normally we did yadribuna, we did yasma'una. Here, yansa, yansayani, yansona.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember.
Yeah. That's the reason why I'm only going to teach you 3 verbs today. That is it, nothing more than that, because we have to recap it. And what I'll do, I'll give you ayat from the Quran to make you familiar as well. That's the reason why I've actually, I was preparing this for yourself, and I will send this out. Let me show you on the screen. I'll send this out tonight with you.
The feminine is also even Yansaina.
Yeah. So this
the
itself.
Ruling, it just confused me when you put that wow, it just, because you normally are used to with the
So
dhamma.
what you have to do, you have to give Ya Ali Madad Adrikni. Help me with the So with this one here, it's a bit challenging. That's the reason why I've actually wrote them down for you. So I've given you more examples. Like I'll do it Khashiya and Radhiya. So these are ones which have come in the Quran, and I'll send this, and I'll send you ayats of the Quran. So I've actually done this before lesson, and I'll send this across to yourself so that you have a template where you can look at the verbs, and then I'll give you ayats of the Quran so you become familiar with. So I am trying my best to give you all the information which I can do for you, but some things you have to work and you need to practice as well, inshallah. Okay.
Assistance.
So let's do. So Bismillah, Nasiya.
Okay. Nasiya.
Yansa, present tense, my mistake. Yansa.
Oh, Yansa, Yansayani, Yansauna.
Correct.
Yansa, Tansayani, Yansaina, Tansa, Tansayani, Tansauna, Tansaina, Tansayani, Tansaina, Ansa, Nansa. Check, I'm just
Ansa.
reading it. I don't remember. I'm just reading it.
I know. I think I don't expect, because this is, I can remember when I was doing this and I said, wow. And the only way I memorized it, this is what I did. I actually wrote them down myself. And then the ones which are different from the normal verb conjugations, you mark them with a highlighter. And you keep it in an A4 sheet, A4 folder, and just look at it for a few weeks, and then you'll memorize it. That okay, nasiya yansa, like for example, nasiya nasau, nasat nasata, nasiya nasu, nasiyat nasida, nasina, nasita nasituma nasitum, and then it becomes second nature, inshallah.
Okay.
And then the amr now, the ya is now dropped at the end.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes, sister.
You know
Sure.
this one?
Yep.
This
Go ahead.
is different. Just the difference in one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Instead
yeah,
of
the different
yansuna, it's not yansawna.
sauna. Correct.
Just one.
Exactly. So now, can you see now how now
Yeah.
from now you can see the importance of reading the Quran correctly with the harakat. If you actually read it yansuna instead of yansona, you've actually changed or altered the meaning itself.
Yeah.
So this is how important this Arabic verb conjugation is.
So Sheikh, you know that you have the Amar here, insa.
Correct.
Yeah? So this is the word insan from the same word.
No.
No. Okay.
Insan is from the word uns. Alif,
Oh.
noon, sin.
Okay. This is different. Insa.
Yeah.
Insa.
Uns, insan is come from the word uns.
Okay.
Amusement, entertainment.
Oh, okay.
So insa, the alif is hamzatul wasl in the beginning. Bismillah, insa.
Insa, insaya, insaw, insay,
Correct.
insaya, insayna.
Insayna. Right. Can you choose the next student who has not come on the mic to come on the mic?
Oh, who is there? Let's see. I think that Sherbanu Kaku hasn't come.
Yep, Sister Sharbano Khaku.
Yes, Sheikh Salam.
Alaikum salam. So I'm going to give you the word khashiya. Khashiya means he feared or he was God feared. Okay, khashiya.
Oh, Sheen and yeah.
Khashiya. I'll give you that verb conjugation. I've actually wrote that down already. So give me 1 second. Let me find it where it is. There it is. There it is.
Mm,
Can you see it?
yeah. Cashier,
Yep.
cashier, cashow.
So this one is khashiya, khashu.
Cashew. Okay. Cashew,
Khashiyat,
kashiyat,
khashiyata,
kashayna,
khashina.
kashina, kashita, kashituma, kashitum, kashiti, kashituma, kashitunna, kashitu, kashina.
Khashina. And the present tense of khashiya, the present tense is yakhsha. Yakhsha.
Okay. So yaksha, yakshayani, yakshuna,
Yakhshawna.
yakshawna,
Yaksha.
takshayani,
Yakhshayna.
yakshayna, takshayani, takshayna.
Shawna.
Where is it? Okay. Takshayna, takshayna,
Yakshayani.
takshayani, takshayna, aksha, naksha.
Aksha, naksha. And the
Wow,
amr is
very hard. Kash,
ikhsha.
iksha, ikshaya, ikshau, ikshayi,
Ikhshaya.
ikshaya,
Ikhshayna. Ikhshayna.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Jazakallah for that. Can you choose? I'm going to choose.
I think Mukarrama Walji is back, Sheikh.
Sister Mukarrama, are you back?
Yes, Sheikh.
Okay, Sister Mukarrama, I'm going to move on to another one now. So this one here, we did da'a, we did nasiya, nasu, and now I'm going to do this one here. Now this is masha yamshi. Masha yamshi is on the pattern of daraba yadribu. Daraba yadribu. So Let me just bring it onto the screen. Masha. So Masha. So Masha means he walked. So يا مكرمة هل مشيت إلى المدرسة اليوم؟ هل مشيت إلى المدرسة اليوم؟
Did I walk to the madrasa today?
Yes, correct. Bismillah, past tense, Masha.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Masha, mashaya, mashaw. Mashat, mashata, mashayna. Mashayta, mashaytuma, mashaytum, mashayti, mashaytuma, mashaytunna, mashayna, mashaytu, mashayna.
Excellent. Present tense is yamshi. So here, yamshi. So yamshi. Now the sheen is coming with a kasra because in the pattern of daraba yadribu. Bismillah.
Yamshi, yamshiyani, yamshuna, tamshi, tamshiyani, yamshina, tamshi, tamshiyani, tamshuna, tamshina, tamshiyani, tamshina, hamshi, namshi.
Amshi, namshi. Correct. And the amr will be now. We will remove the ya now, the ya at the end, and remove the ta. It becomes imshi.
Imshi, imshiya, imshu, imshi, imshiya, imshina.
Excellent. Imshi, imshiya, imshu, imshi, imshi, imshiyena. Ahsanti. Now I'm going to ask Sister Kulthum. Can you come on the mic? And then Sister Parveen Naqavi. Sister Kulthum, can you do Masha? Sister Kulthum? Sister Kulthum Behmani. Sister Kulthum, are you there? Okay. Right, then Sister Parveen Naqavi. Sister Parveen Naqavi, are you there? Right. Doctor, are you there?
Ji, Assalamu alaikum, Maulana, I'm here.
Okay. I want you to the past and present tense, please.
Okay. Mashi, Mashaya.
Masha, not Mashi, Masha.
Masha. Okay, sorry. Masha, Mashaya, Mashau, Mashat, Mashata, Mashaina, Mashat, Mashata.
No, Mashaita.
Mashaita. Mashaita, Mashaituma, Mashaitum, Mashaiti, Mashaituma, Mashaitunna, Mashaitu, Mashaina.
Present tense?
Yamshi, Yamshayani, Yamshuna, Tamshi, Tamshiyani, Yamshina, Tamshi, Tamshiyani, Tamshuna, Tamshina, Tamshiyani, Tamshina, Amshi, Namshi.
And command, Amr?
Imshi, Imshia, Imshu, Imshi, Imshia, Imshina.
Excellent, Jazakallah. Sister Sukaina Khalfan, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes.
Sister, would you like to do this one or would you like to do a different one on the same pattern as Masha?
Sure, we can try something different.
Okay, so the one which I'm going to give you is Rama. Rama Yarmi means to throw. It's on the same pattern as this one here. So this one here on the screen.
Rama, Ramaya, Ramau. Ramo. Sorry.
Ramat. Just pinch it. If you're using your phone, just pinch it and you'll be able to make it larger.
I'm not using my phone, I'm using your screen.
Okay. Let me make it bigger for the can from my side. Is that better now? Rama, Ramaya, Ramau.
So Ramau, Ramat, Ramata,
Ramata.
Ramaina,
Correct.
Ramaita, and then Ramata, Ramaina,
Ramaituma.
Ramaituma, Ramaitum, Ramaiti, right?
Yep.
Ramaituma, Ramaitunna, Ramaitu, Ramaina.
Excellent. And the present tense is on the past, the same pattern as Masha, Yamshi, Rama, Yarmi. On the left-hand side.
Yarmi, Yarmiani, Yarmuna, Tarmi, Tarmiani, Yarmina. Tarmi.
Yep. Tarmi, Tarmiyani, Yarmina.
I've done, I think I did. Tarmi, Tarmiani, they're almost duplicating, right? Yarmina,
Yep.
Tarmi, Tarmiyani, Tarmuna,
Anti.
Tarmina, Tarmiyani, Tarmina, Armi, Narmi.
Armi Narmi. In Surah now, do you know where this Yarmuna comes? Do you know which Surah it comes? Does anyone remember?
Wama Rama illa. You did not throw, Allah threw it. So I don't
Ahsanti. And also in Surah Nur. In Surah Nur, it talks when they are casting. Let me show you Surah Nur. Yarmuna al-Muhsanat. So let me show you on the screen. So by knowing this itself, when you read the Quran, it becomes much more beautiful when you recite it. Just one second, let me just find it from the Surah Quran. Let's just get onto the screen now. Sister Shabnam and Sister Dr. Rahim, both for you next. Here, Walladhina, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Sister Zohra, go ahead.
والذين يرمون المحصنات ثم لم يأتوا بأربعة شهداء فاجلدوهم 80 جلدة ولا تقبلوا لهم شهادة أبدا.
Exactly. So those who, so here, والذين يرمون. Can you see the word now? Yarmuna.
Yeah, and those who throw.
Yeah, those who accuse.
Oh, accuse.
Yeah, accuse as well.
Wow.
So throw or accuse as well.
Oh.
So those who accuse muhsanat, pious ladies of wrongdoing, and they do not bring 4 witnesses.
أربعة شهداء, yeah.
Yeah. Fajlid, whip them 80 lashes because they're accusing a pious lady.
Or 80 جلدة.
Yeah.
Okay. And do not accept
their testimony anymore.
Oh, abadan, ever.
Yeah.
And they are the fasikun, the transgressors.
Yes.
Fasikun.
Correct. Right. Okay. Doctor, where are you? Let's do with yourself and then Sister Shabnam. Apologies, I had to do this class a bit longer because without doing the class a bit longer than expected, I would not be able to cover what I needed to cover. So, Doctor, Bismillah, come on, Mike.
I'm here.
So, the one just one second, Doctor. Let me get out for the screen for you. Let me get the right word for you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Just one second, let me find it for you.
Thank you.
One which I'm going to give you is one which I haven't done with anyone yet. This one here. Naha, 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 Yanha. So Naha, Yanha is on the, I haven't done this with you yet. Naha, Yanha. So Yanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. So Naha, so Nahiya is on the pattern of Khashiya Yaghsha. So it has a kasra in the middle.
Shall I start? Bismillah?
Yes, Bismillah. Nahiya. Go ahead.
Nahiya, Nahiya, Nahu, Nahita,
Nahiyat. No, Doctor. Nahiyat.
Yeah. Nahiyat, sorry. Nahiyat, Nahina,
Nahiyata.
Nahita, Nahina, Nahita,
Nahituma.
Nahituma,
Nahitum.
Nahiti,
Nahituma.
Nahitunna,
Nahitu.
Nahitu, Nahina.
Excellent.
Yes.
And the present tense, Tanha. Inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i munkar.
Yanha, Yanhaina, Yanhayani, Yanhayani, Yanhuna.
Yanhauna, Doctor. Yanhauna.
Yanhauna, Tanha, Tanhayani, تنهينا
ينهينا
تنهيان
ينهينا
تنهينا
no ينهينا
تنهينا تنهى تنهياني
تنحيان تنحيان
تنهياني تنهونا
correct
تنهونا
تنحينا
تنهينا تنهينا
no تنحياني
تنهياني تنهينا
تنحينا أنحى
تنهينا أنهى
ننحى
ننهى
yeah
ننهى.
أنحى ننحى and the
Yes.
Amr is this one here.
Can you do that again, please? Just so it's clear again. Sorry.
Yep. Okay, I'll do it. ينحى ينحياني ينحونا تنحى تنحياني ينحينا تنحى تنحياني تنحونا تنحينا تنحياني تنحينا أنحى ننحى and the Amr will be inha. Doctor, go ahead.
In here, in who?
Inha. Inha, inhaya.
In here, in who?
In how?
here.
In how, doctor?
Haya, in hina.
Yeah, inha, inhaya, in how. In hay, in haya, in hayna.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Can I make a mention of something? I'd
Yes,
asked
doctor.
Mullah about this punishment of 80 lashes
Yes.
on people who give false evidence
Yes.
against a woman.
Yep.
And he said, I said, how can you do it in this world? You won't be allowed to do it. He said, it'll be given in the grave. It'll be even worse.
Yeah, exactly, because it's a heinous crime to do something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Now, unfortunately, some people are sick in the mind and they do things like that. Sister Shabnam, can I request you to come on the mic? Sister Shabnam, alaikum salam. You've been quiet in the class, so I had to bring you on the mic. Now, I want you to do radhiya. We say radiyallahu anhu wa radu an in Surah Bayyina.
Yes.
Now, radhiya, he was pleased. Now, radhiya. So let's do the conjugation past, present, and imperative. Bismillah.
Okay. Bismillah.
So this is on the pattern of khashiya, khashiya yaksha, which was nasiya yansa. So you will see radhu. Radhu in Surah Bayyina. Bismillah, radhiya.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Radhiya, radhiya, radhu, radhiyat, radhiyata, radhina. Radhina. Oh, it's moved. What did what radhina? Radhina, radhita, radhitum. No, so radhita, radhituma, radhitum. Radhiti, radhituma, radhitunna, radhitu, radhina.
Exactly. وَرَضِيتُ بِاللَّهِ إِسْلَامَ الدِّينَ. Remember that dua? رَضِيتُ بِاللَّهِ. رَضِيتُ بِاللَّهِ رَبًّا.
In your religion, yeah.
Exactly.
Lord, yes.
So remember this. This is an easy one to remember because رَضِيتُ, that dua, رَضِيتُ بِاللَّهِ رَبًّا وَبِالْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا.
Yeah.
Okay, now the present of radhiya yarda as nasiya yansa is easy. Yarda.
Yarda.
Inna Allah yarda bi radhai Fatima. Inna Allah yarda. Radhiya yarda.
Yarda, yardayani, yardawna, yarda. Sorry, tarda, tardayani, yardayna, tarda. Tardayani, tardawna.
Yep, tardayna.
Tardayna, tardayani, tardayna, arda, narda.
Arda, narda. And then the command will be
Irda, irdaya, irdaw, irdayi, irdaya, irdayna.
Excellent. Excellent. So this is the last lesson for these verbs. I'm not going to do the 2 weak letters, and I'm going to do that in book 4. But the only thing I need everyone to do for me, please, I need you to please write this out.
Hold on,
I need-
Sheikh. I have a pen.
Sorry?
1 second, get a pen.
Okay.
Yes.
So I need everyone to write da'a, past, present, and imperative. Masha, yamshi, past, present, and imperative. And nasiya, yansa. I need you to write the past, present, and imperative. And inshallah, I will try to give everyone about a half an hour session, one-to-one. In the next week or so, I'll be, I can do, so inshallah, I will message everyone individually in the group, and I'll send you the timings. So please give yourself a slot which you want suits for you. And then inshallah, I will give you half an hour and I will revise you with one-to-ones as well on this, because I need, this is the most important. There's nothing more difficult than this in Arabic verb conjugation. We are on the most difficult one. Alhamdulillah, after this, nothing more difficult than this itself. And inshallah.
You mentioned da'a, amsha, and which is the other word?
So it's, you need to write da'a, masha, da'a, masha, and
Masha.
nasiya.
Masha.
The only these three. I just need you to write them out. And also, if you can please send me a verb recording of your voice, that would be much appreciated. The only reason why, because until the tongues don't roll on this verb, you won't memorize it. You probably know that by doing radhiya, nasiya, nahiya, it'll be khashiya. It'll be easier to memorize it, because the more you practice, you remember the pattern. Nasiya, nasiya, nasu, nasiyat, nasiyata, nasina, nasita, nasituma, nasitum, nasiti, nasituma, nasituna, nasitu, nasina. And it becomes easier on the tongue as well. Because this comes in the Quran often. Khashiya comes in the Quran, yanha comes in the Quran, yarda, yarmi comes in the Quran. So when it comes in the Quran, you will know that, okay, this is from Rama, yarmi, and so on. Any questions from anyone and any feedback?
You know this Ashia.
Send the recording of today's session soon after we finish, please.
Yes, I'll do that straight away. Yeah. Yes, sister.
Thank you.
Okay. You know, mim, sin, ya, and then other one is noon, sin, and ya. So why one is called Masha and one is called Nashia?
So what was the question again? I didn't understand it quite clearly.
You know, you have got Masa to walk.
Masha.
Yeah? Masa
Yep.
to walk, yeah? That's 3 letters, mim, sin, and ya. Okay?
Yep.
And the next one is Nasiya. So why
Yep.
is it not Nasa?
The reason why in the Arabic language, there are different patterns for the verbs. So this is on the pattern of sami'a. So that's the reason why the middle letter has a kasra. And masha is on the pattern.
Oh, I thought there was a kasra. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, there is a kasra.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
Daraba is the pattern of masha. And nasiya is the pattern of sami'a. And da'a is on the pattern of nasara yansur. Da'a yad'u itself. Okay. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. How difficult was this? Or how easy was it?
It was very difficult.
Okay.
It was a little difficult, Sheikh. I mean,
You did your best
remember.
to make it as easy as possible, but it was difficult.
Okay. So yeah, so at least you've done it and be familiar, inshallah. The more I'll give you more practice on this, like we did at the first when you started off with verbs, we found that difficult, and gradually we built upon do the same on this as well, inshallah. Okay.
Thank you, Jazakallah, Sheikh.
Inshallah. So I'll send you this as well, and I'll send you the handout which I showed you on the screen. I'll send that across to you so that you can practice on those as well. And then inshallah, I'll send you the exam paper now. We finished. I'm not going to do no more book 3. I will move on to book 4 next week, inshallah. And I'll send you the exam paper. So next week, inshallah, book 4, definitely, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Jazakallah khair. Iltimas dua. Any questions from anyone?
Just appreciation. You are putting in so much effort. Thank you, Sheikh.
No, inshallah, I just want to see so speak becomes a parrots of the Arabic language. So, so that would be a good enough for me, inshallah. Jazakallah. Iltimas dua, inshallah. See
Ameen.
you.
Ameen. Inshallah.